would end under a cloud of darkness and the shoes would be flying. And I had Gardner McKay and the late great actress Mercedes McCambridge and a bunch of Native Americans and people in 1960 waved their shoes in the air and marched into the convention. And I had a shoebox of famous letters. My mother, bless her heart, accidentally threw it out, but my grandmother prophesied that I would achieve greatness in my lifetime.
One was from Eleanor Roosevelt, right? One letter?
Eleanor Roosevelt wrote me a letter. My hero at the time, Walter Winchell, a lot of the Prime Minister of Canada, Saint Laurent, and rising in Canada is a leader named Hubert Tway, Thouin, and he will be the leader of Canada someday, and there will be a woman president, and that woman will be President John F. Kennedy's daughter, Caroline, and there will be a Jewish president, and for 8 years there will be the man of rebirth of Camelot. So let it never be forgot that once in November the 22nd, 1963, there lived a Camelot, John Fitzgerald Kennedy. And once there was a messenger of God, Dr. Martin Luther King, from the world of Camelot, who is taken away from us and makes the prophecy, I have a dream, April the 4th, 1968. And one day, I, of all the investigative reporters, am the first to reach the kitchen pantry door and interview Scott Enyart and Karl Eucker and all the witnesses and get them on my recordings, the Y recordings, and who really killed Bobby Kennedy band. And let it never be forgot that there was once, June the 2nd, June the 4th, the 5th, and June the 6th, 1930, 1968, pardon me, 1930 is when I was born, a flip of the tongue. There was a rising Camelot who prophesied an African-American president and who was killed in his prime, Bobby Kennedy, Robert Francis Kennedy, and Obama said, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. But one man took the stage. His name was Teddy Kennedy. That's my real name, Teddy Charach. And I come from Hebrew faith from 3,000 years. My town is still in ancient Israel, south of Jordan. Harach in Hebrew, Charach. It's an amazing story, and I'm proud of it. There once lived a rising Camelot, and his name was Bobby Kennedy, Robert Francis Kennedy, and he lives in our hearts and dreams. And it was Teddy Kennedy with cancer in his brain who said, not only yes we can, but yes we will. And today, as the train moved from Philadelphia to Washington, Joe Biden, the coming Vice President Day, said, and echoed Ted Kennedy, yes we can, yes we will. Camelot rises again, and they will try to destroy him. But the black cloud, unfortunately, I don't wish harm on any man, lies over the Bush presidency, and the flying shoes, which I predicted to two women who really got the truth out on Frank Hernandez, who did a terrible job on the head of Sandy Serrano and coaching, coercing her. I know who the polka dot dress girl is, and I will reveal the whole story again in my upcoming book. And beware, Bo Carson, beware. You don't own Blue Mountain. You don't own the Robert Kennedy story. This is the witness, Ted Huntington, that I gave most of my adult life to it. I own it. And you sold the rights illegally, and I can prove it in the court of law. And everybody will be outed. And already top members of the media in 2 countries and top-notch, good, loyal friends know the truth. And the truth is that all these masqueraders and these imposters and these historical revisionists will be ashamed of themselves, because on September the 13th and the 14th, the magic of the 14th, 500 people will gather in Rhode Island, and they will unveil a plaque to me, and Dr. Henry Lee will make the presentation, and one will stay there for 1,000 years or more. Hitler said he'd wipe out the Jewish people, and Nazism would last for 1,000 years. But he is burning in the so-called hell, as is Stalin and Saddam Hussein and all the people who lied in our time. Not a hell, but a dungeon of darkness. And all the blessed spirits are in heaven, and the good people like Martin Luther King and Bobby and John Kennedy live on, and the presidency of Barack Obama is blessed. And no matter what they try to do to him, he is God's messenger. And they tried to destroy Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. They did not succeed. And Bob Dole, he's hanging on my wall now with Nelson Rockefeller and Hubert Humphrey. They all tried to malign them, character assassinate them. But they all have skeletons in their closet. They're all humans. And they dare not tell the truth, because the wall of shame would fall over them. They are mere mortals. The world doesn't revolve around them, nor does it revolve around Teddy Charach. But the truth revolves around me, and history will be our judge. And I have made friends from all parts of the world, as Bobby Kennedy predicted, those who will go into the churches, the synagogues, the theaters of life. Those who dare speak the truth and stand up for the truth will find friends in every part of the world. And I did. And I found false friends too. And let them bury their heads in shame. I'm a proud man. And I am proud that my family is proud and my friends are proud that I will receive the honor as the father of the second gun discovery, and the plaque will be unveiled, and I will deliver, for the first time I'm telling the I reporter, E-I-Y-E, I got it right this time, Ted Huntington, I will deliver a black box to Dr. Henry C. Lee and Dr. Wecht and hopefully Godfrey Isaac and his wife Julie, and it will obtain the secret of secrets, and it will be locked up and not to be opened until my book, 21st Century Blogger Journalism, on a very unusual format, told in a chronological, human interest, editorial fashion, is released.
We got to wrap it up. But listen, thank you, Ted Charach, and it's been a wonderful interview, and we look forward to your book. Okay?
Thank you, Ted.
All right. Take care.